The Love Your Podcast is a combination of humor, science, and real-world experience to help you break the battles with food, exercise, mindset, and your body. From head to toe, inside and out, this podcast has you covered. I'm your host and founder of the Fit Mom Revolution, Julie Stubblefield. Welcome. Hello, beautiful listeners. Welcome back to Love Your Podcast again this week. I'm so excited to be picking back up the discussion about compassion after a brief intermission last week. And taking last week off for you was incredibly important to give you the opportunity to go back and revisit some of the episodes and kind of really understand where you are in this compassion process. And this week we're picking back up and chugging along the compassion train. If you're brand new to the podcast, first of all, welcome. Secondly, if you're really interested in this particular topic, make sure that you start with episode 74 and work your way forward to this episode because they all build on each other. They all reference each other. And it's really important for you to kind of follow this progression so that it all makes sense. I'd hate for you to spend time listening to an episode and not really know what's going on. So start with episode 74 and work your way through today. So just as a brief recap, because I know you've listened to episodes, I don't want to rehash all of them. We've talked about that you can't just flip a switch and go from hating your body to loving it. That you can't just flip a switch to having compassion because Julie told you to have it. And we've acknowledged what compassion is not. We have observed all sorts of different compassion being extended in our daily lives. We have spent time thinking about what it would be like or what it feels like when someone extends compassion to ourselves. Now, this week we're branching into a different piece of that. Over the next week, between this episode and next episode, I want you to think about how it feels for you to directly extend compassion to someone else. And it can be about anything. We extend compassion more often than we realize. So I want you to think about how it makes you feel. And I want you to use colorful language. I don't want you to say, oh, it feels good, or it feels fine. Use things like, does it make you feel warm? Does it make you feel loving, nurturing, compassionate? Do you feel nervous at first, like you're not sure if it's something you should do? Does it feel rewarding? Do you feel obligated? Do you feel shy? Think about how it feels to extend compassion to someone else. And bonus points if you think about why. Like if you're nervous or shy, why do you feel that way in extending someone compassion? And if you feel warm and fuzzy and, supporting and loving, think about the why behind that too. There's no right or wrong answer, and there's no right or wrong way to feel when you're extending compassion. And there's no, wrong or right reason to feel that way, okay? It's just, this is what is your experience, and that's what matters. So last week we talked about, how it feels to receive it. This week we're focusing on how it feels to give it. And I promise we are getting to a destination point with this series about compassion. It's really important to me for you to understand the large role that compassion plays in your life every single day and the significance that it carries. So we've only got a couple episodes left on this topic. Let's make the most of it and spend some time this week thinking about how it feels to show someone else compassion. I've put together some free resources around this very subject. I'd love for you to participate. You can go to fitmomrevolution.com and click the tab that says free resources. Super easy access, and all free for you. I will see you next week.